up. I mean,
Right.
this is the pinnacle of the season.
Right.
I mean, come on, either you're good enough or you're not. So, Steve, we're going to throw the challenge out to you. Hopefully, you're listening and say, hey, take the Eagles straight up. If you believe in them, take them straight up, and then you're in. From my end, I mean, I'd have to defer to the group here, but I'm a Patriots guy. That's what I'm going for. If you want Mr. Draft to be involved, that's fine as well.
And that could bode well into our plan, because last week when we were doing the show downstairs, we don't want any one person out of the three here to feel like they have to take Philadelphia just to create the friendly bet. So,
Correct. So, I would offer Jeremiah the option to
You guys
sway
were really bad at listening.
At that point.
They said, give me a second next. So, yeah, Steve didn't hear that because for some weird reason the stream was buffering. So he could hear a word.
All right, Steve, we're saying straight up. If you're an Eagles fan, straight up. There are no point spreads is what we're going, but we challenge you to support the team that you want to choose, and we'll give you the opportunity to get in the bet. But you got Philly straight up. Let's see if you want that. Let us know, and you can be in.
Just to make the terms clear, this is for. Is this for all right? Let's say
pizza, drink.
Let's say 2 and 2.
Okay.
Right. Let's say 2 people choose Patriots, 2 people choose the Eagles. Full piece of pizza, chips and drink for each person.
Correct.
Right.
That's my understanding. Is that your understanding as well, Jeremiah?
So let's just say
we're all about to be on the same page for this.
So let's just say though that there's 3 people on one team and that team wins. Then the 3 people just chip in 1 pizza for that one player, or do they get 3 pizzas?
I'd say everyone 3 pizzas.
I mean, because that's pretty bold.
Yeah, 3 pizzas,
3 chips, 3.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Come on in, man. We'll talk to you about the Super Bowl. Come on in. We'll talk Super Bowl. Be all good. He's out there now. He said go to class. But yeah, from my end, I think that's the way it should be. It's full out. This is the pinnacle here of the NFL season. So I think that. If you make that bet, you don't get out of it by saying, "Well, we'll split the difference." No, you pay up full slot piece of pizza. Go ahead.
Or if that one person does lose, then they got to buy us each a pizza.
Oh yeah, this is the whole. Yeah, it's the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. There's no splitting.
There's no splitting. You buy for everybody.
Right. Okay.
Is kind of what we're talking about.
That might change Draft's opinion of getting in on this, though.
Kidding me? Those guys down there, he's got it. He'll have to reach into his left pocket for that change. He'll be all right though. So, Steve, it's out there for you. We want to know if you're in or out, and I know you want the Eagles, so go ahead and do it. Now, people are chatting. Looks like we got some stuff going online here with that. Jeremiah, can you remind everyone again if they want to chip in and get on this chat board and get a hold of us? What's the
he's talking friendly? He's talking friendly wager here. I don't know if that's
friendly wager.
I don't know if that's old thread or new thread.
I don't know what a friendly wager is.
He just posted that.
Okay, so I don't know if he wants to get in on the.
No, friendly wager. It is friendly. We're all friends. We're betting pizza, drinking chips.
The time.
Right. Pizza, chips, and a drink, Steve.
That's what it is. Pizza, chips, and drink. That is the friendly wager.
Right.
That is,
right.
We don't get much more friendly than that.
So he's taking the Eagles.
All right. But is he in for the food?
You're in or you're out. We're still getting through that mess right there.
Okay. Jeremiah,
what we would have to do is just draw the lines of who's going which way.
Correct.
And then we would put out there, here is the payout should you win or should you lose.
I'm good with that. I'm Patriots.
Me too.
All season, picked them around. Steve's Patriots.
You guys were like a week ago on that.
I know.
Well, we're giving.
I'm just re-solidifying.
Right. If Steve's coming in with the opportunity, so we're not having a split. If you said, hey, you know what, I really wanted the Patriots, but I didn't want it to go, this would be your opportunity to make that change if you wanted to do that. If you want to be a flip-flopper and be known as that for the rest of your radio career.
But what if the Eagles win, Jeremiah?
That's right. You could win pizza. You could win chips and a drink.
Oh, I just
straight
hate
from
Tom
Breakers.
Brady. Tom
Brady's the best quarterback in the NFL. That's understand why you hate him.
Not even.
Oh, come on.
Well, I wish I was that bad.
How old is he? He's about to be
40.
40, yeah.
40.
He's
He's the
years old.
Oldest man in Super Bowl, 80% completion rate this past year. Yeah, he's horrible. Anyway, are you calling for Philly?
He just threw up in his mouth just a little.
So is he? Does that mean he's in or out? I guess that's what we want to know.
No, he already said,
he's
I'm in.
He's
yes.
in. Okay, so he's
then
in.
Then he threw up a little in his mouth.
Well, I'd throw up too. I'd lose all that money.
It all depends on what Jeremiah is going with.
Yeah, Jeremiah, Philly?
I'm not going
Patriots?
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
All right, so it's 2-2. All right, 2-2. So someone's going to be buying the other person chips, drink, and a slice of pizza.
20-ounce soda.
20-ounce soda. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, yeah. Full
pizza.
Full pizza.
Full pizza. Full pizza. Jeremiah, good full pizza.
So you go from the slice of pizza, but then
we got Mr. Mayor sitting outside. Mr. Mayor, you got to come in. You can help us with this bet. And have a cold slice of college pizza.
It has never been a slice of pizza on the Super Bowl.
I may have misspoke here.
It has never been a slice. It's always been a full pizza pie.
How bad do you want it? Full pizza or not? I'm looking at you, Jeremiah. Steve, we know Steve's got it. He'll reach into his pocket. He's good. What about you? You in? You're out.
I guess
we'll keep it simple. We could just say, that way we don't have to keep remembering to get the people. But cheese, pepperoni, whatever. We'll keep it simple.
Okay, yeah, and let's do that now. Because we're gonna have to let Breakers know ahead of time so the pizza's ready.
Right, yeah, because it's full.
Right, so
next Monday.
Yeah, by next Monday we'll have to talk to see what kind of pizza people want. I'll tell you right now, I'll just take a pepperoni, make it easy. Steve, what are you gonna go with? Do you know?
Same.
So that'd be 2 pepperonis. Jeremiah, what about you?
Doesn't matter whether it's cheese, pepperoni.
Well, it'd be your winnings. Right. So which would you prefer?
Either one, that's fine. I don't care.
Wow,
I'm not picky.
Until he gets something he doesn't want.
Right. I heard him just say breakfast pizza.
No, he said pepperoni, Steve.
Steve wants pepperoni? All right, what do you want, Jeremiah?
You can go either way. Doesn't matter.
It's your food, Chief. If you had to make a decision, because you're a college student, and you want to go follow a business.
I don't need to make a decision. Either one, I'm going
to eat. I just made it for him.
All right, pepperoni. So
pepperoni.
We can tell Breakers 2 pepperoni pizzas by 8:55.
Whoever pays for it is the difference.
Is
right.
Exactly right. And we'll go from there. That makes it easy. All right. You want to be a business major. You do have to make decisions in business. This would have been a good opportunity to practice those skills.
I make a hell of a lot of decisions prior to this. Watch behind you.
Well, the Patriots are going down.
Mr. Mayor, would you like to get in on this wager?
That's bold.
We have a full pizza, drink, and chips to the losing group. Mr. Mayor is in. Would you, Steve, then want to split?
They want to split. The Eagles fans?
Yeah. Well, no, we would take care of that, but then Mr. Mayor, we would split and take care of him as well.
Okay.
All right. And so Mr. Mayor then would owe us. We'd have a pizza and a half each at that point.
Right.
Oh, that'd be a feast next week. All right, so three pizzas. We'll get him a pepperoni as well. We'll just make it easy from there. And he's going for Eagles. Mike Mayer.
I just like how Drap goes in and says, "Go, Mike."
Go, Mike.
Yeah.
Drab. Okay, well that's good. We do want to.
Can you say that more disappointed, just a little?
We do want to point out for those that are also listening that there is an all important. You'll see why this is important here in a minute. There's an all important 1:00 staff faculty hoops game today in the Athletic and Fitness Center. So for those of you that are available, 1:00, come on down, check it out. And play Mr. Drap. He's a very good player. Comes down there.
When did this facilitate? I didn't get this memo.
Hey, man, everyone's welcome. 1:00 on Wednesdays.
I'm a baller.
Bring it on. Bring it down. A lot of fun. We get down there. We have a good time. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring that up is it seems a little off the professional level, which I don't know if it's quite off professional. Might be a little less than that. But the thing I want to bring it up is last Wednesday.
Did you guys demolish?
We were recognized.
Oh, that's right. Where is it?
Integrated game. I have it in my office. A plaque.
Yes.
Not a certificate and a frame.
Okay.
And they gave me a T-shirt. And more's coming. And then I guess we're going to be receiving the award. But that was for our Staph Infection Victorious Dodgeball Championship, the national championship that we won, the world championship that we won. We were recognized finally.
You got something to place in the display cases down at the
absolutely
AFC?
Correct. That's correct.
We're getting you said a trophy, right?
That's my understanding. A plaque, trophy of some sort,
some type of
is still
recognition.
Coming. That's correct.
And a T-shirt.
Well, they gave me one T-shirt, so I'm assuming that everyone would get one on the team, but I have not been able to follow through that.
Is there going to be a ceremony?
We have not planned it that far out, but I'm sure there's something. Maybe we could have our show down there one morning and invite the team down, perhaps,
that would be good.
And recognize the team. Maybe we can get the official to show up and everything, and make it a whole day of it.
Right.
This is a possibility.
Those are tears of jealousy right there.
Bro, I like Drap's idea. Maybe we should go to that motto. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
You could dodge a wrench.
Hey,
love the movie Dodgeball.
Oh,
the movie Dodgeball, yes. That is a classic
well, you guys actually
movie.
lasted in that one.
Well, we won. I mean, we're the champions.
No,
what else do you say?
Dodge wrench.
All I know is we're the champions, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Sticks and stones.
It's tough being at the top. It is. You got to fend off all the haters.
Yeah. Jealousy. Well, he doesn't like Tom Brady either. I mean, I see a trend here.
Right.
Championship doesn't like, champions doesn't like.
I think
I don't know what to do here.
Here's what needs to happen. If the Patriots do win Sunday, Monday morning, Canton better have its doors open and just let Tom walk right in.
Oh, there's no question. Well, he's going to walk in regardless, but Monday morning would be a great opportunity to time.
No wait, nothing, just walk in.
Yeah, just walk in and be there. That's an outstanding idea. So Tom Brady's probably going to throw for between 300 and 400 yards, a couple touchdowns.
Right.
Gronk, he's in his concussion testing protocol. He'll be released. He's playing. He's already said yesterday he's back in. So we're good. So I see the Patriots rolling, actually. Right. This might not be as close as you think. I know they've won some games kind of close. This might be 10, 12, 14-point or more games.
Now, let's talk about last week. The basketball team,
Kyle's team, integrated game. It was an outstanding game. Kyle actually did a really nice job. He shot a lot of threes.
Yeah. Did he make a lot of threes?
He did not make any threes, unfortunately, for Kyle. But he did drive the lane a few times. Got a couple quick buckets for him. So he did a nice job. It was a really nice event put on. And we want to thank Cav for supporting that.
Right.
And they did a really nice job with it. And it went well. The men's basketball team, the women's basketball team that participated in it, it's a fun event. They always, at the end of it, always say how much they enjoyed it, how much they enjoyed playing with the integrated team and just having a great time. So a lot of fun by all, and we thank everyone for supporting that and coming out. Good event that day. But Kyle, he lit him up from the layup line, so good for him. So
definitely not the defensive line for sure.
I want to steal another piece.
Oh no, it's there for you. I mean, we got a whole pizza there, courtesy of Melissa Amspaugh and her Oakland Raiders. So we want to thank her for their wonderful contributions.
Now get this out of my face.
I got to ask Drab. Hey, Drab, did you necessarily love the background just a few minutes ago?
Mr. Drab, he's got to listen. He'll be on in a little bit. He should show up for for next Wednesday. We should invite him in, and he should actually be here because if he's going to pay off, don't be.
You mean Monday?
Or no, next Wednesday. Don't show up like Melissa, drop the pizza off and run.
Oh, that's Drab should show you.
Yeah, Drab should probably come up and stay and watch.
He should watch us eat
the pizza. Yeah. That would only be the right thing to do. Let them celebrate our victory. One of our favorite songs, Beverly what? Hillbillies? No,
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. That's right. Hillbillies. It's all the same.
How's that the same?
It's not. It sounded good though.
It's in there. So, you want to talk something big?
Yeah, let's have it, man. What's big? What's going on?
Chief Wahoo has died.
Oh, not officially. This is interesting.
Listen,
this is interesting.
They're part and parceling this out only to save a trademark. Okay? They didn't get rid of them because if they got rid of them, what happens to trademarks after so many years?
Not so many years. When they say they're no longer going to be selling it, somebody else would pick up that right away, start making T-shirts, hats, etc.
Right. So that's why they're going to keep the local market active with it.
Correct. That's the reason.
Which is smart. I mean, they got to protect their thing.
I disagree.
But that tells me. No. That tells me. Why do you disagree? I didn't mean to catch you with a mouthful there.
That's all right. Much like I try to stress to Jeremiah on occasion, you make a decision. You either believe in it or you don't.
Well, no. I agree. I agree.
That's what I meant by disagree. Because if you truly believe Chief Wahoo should not be representing the Indians.
Get rid of it. Right.
Then get rid of it, which means you take the losses that come with it financially as well.
Because they know how much money is coming with it.
That's exactly right. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You make a decision and stick with it. That's what I meant by disagree with it.
Okay. I'm right there with you because that's where I was going to next.
Yeah, that's a crock.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely disagree with that.
Valid.
Valid. It's smoke and mirrors.
Right.
It's smoke and mirrors.
We don't want to be associated with that, but we want that money.
We're not going to put it on our uniform, so wherever they travel, wherever they're on TV, the people are seeing it and this and that. Correct. But maybe here where the TP's at, we'll just keep it alive.
Keep it, right. That's how we can get that money. Right. Now, let's be honest. The other reason they're doing it, Major League Baseball is pushing it because the Tribe want to host an All-Star game at some point in their future, and the only way they'll ever host an All-Star game is if they get rid of the logo. And again, what's important to you? You either believe in it or you don't. Now, the Indians are not the ones saying we're going to get rid of it. Major League Baseball is making that decision for them to take the quote pressure off the Indians to do that. And I just think that's absolutely wrong. Make a decision, either believe in it or you don't, and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, MLB is definitely taking the brunt of it, but they can still say no.
Exactly right. Money.
I've seen a couple concept logos bouncing around out there. Some of them are actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not saying, that it's no big deal. This new logo is all right too. I mean, it's yeah. It's a wave right now going on.
Well, and that's it. It's across the country and a lot of different things.
And here's
right
the thing: this isn't just a battle that's happened in the past 2 years. This has been going on. Oh, God, many years.
Right.
Many years. I mean, more I remember anything than from when Gateway opened up. If you're not familiar with Gateway, it's actually what Progressive Field and the Gund or the Q now was called. The complex was the Gateway.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And then you had your folks out there who were protesting, and good for them. I mean, I get it. I do.
Right.
I do. But much with everything else, there's symbolism hidden in the symbol,
right.
and homage paid,
Well, the Indians' name was in recognition of a player that used to be
the first Native American,
and he was on the
team.
Right. And so they did to honor the gentleman,
right?
Which is, I understand, things change, politically change, but I mean, I don't want it to be out there.
Well, it's not the name that's coming into the crosshairs. I mean, that's not it. It's the actual the logo,
correct? But that was,
or the caricature,
right? But that's what I'm saying is that was part of the whole thing,
sure.
to reflect this gentleman that was a player. It was in respect. It was an honor,
right?
They used to be the Naps. Why? Because they had a player, Nap, that used to be on the team. So I mean, this isn't the first time it's happened in recognition of a player or someone there. And I again, I understand that things change politically and all that kind of stuff as well. I'm not disputing that, but I don't want it to be lost out there and say, well, this name was picked to be a negative thing. It was never a negative thing.
Right.
It was an honor of, and I think that's an important piece of this that kind of just goes away in the thought process.
Right.
But yeah. So I mean, a couple old guys speaking. What's a young guy think, Jeremiah? I mean, in out difference. What do you think?
It's kind of dumb selling it out. I hate to say it. Major League Baseball, get over yourself. Because, you don't see the NFL necessarily going after, the Redskins.
They can't.
Exactly.
Will this open the door for that?
In a way.
It'll make it. The Redskins has been going on for years as well.
Right.
It has stoked the fire for them.
Well, I guess
it's coming their way.
That's more what I say. And
it's already happened. It's already happened.
Right.
People are now redirecting.
Correct.
Almost like, hey, we won with Cleveland. Now
we'll go to Redskins. Seminoles of Florida State.
But the Seminole Nation,
that's on the general.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Right.
Wahoo.
The colleges, I don't see there'll be a huge thing.
Well, Miami of Ohio.
The caricature is different, and that might be the fighting piece.
Right, and that's it. I mean,
however,
Florida State, they don't.
North Dakota had to get rid of the Fighting Sioux name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Is it because of a negative connotation that they're aggressive?
Aggressive in fighting, yes.
Right.
And so they gave it that a few years ago, So,
the Fighting Cardinals, I mean, should Menor get rid of it, insinuating that a cardinal is an aggressive bird? I mean, come on, where do we,
Right, where do you draw the line? Where does it end?
Well, that's a change in society.
Well, that's what I said. I mean,
Bingo.
There's no question about that. And again, it doesn't mean it's right, wrong, and different. It's just...
It goes back to the ranger with the guns in his hand, the rebel, and the rebel guy or the flag.
Which South caved in.
Well,
on that.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I was in school when that caved in, and
they actually caved in completely. Now
with
that
the rebel guy,
changing the name and everything.
Right. I mean, and it's just ridiculous. It's you can't please everybody.
Well, that's
you really can't, and I think everybody knows that. But on the same token, though. That is the school's culture. That's the school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, especially, you know, when I was at South and they took away certain things, we never looked at it the way that people are insinuating it to be. And now I get, you know, when you take a step back, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it, but this is us. Right. You know, it's no different than, you know, whatever branch that flies a flag to represent them. Right. You know, whether it's a state, whether it's a group, whether, you know, it's LBGT flag or whatever. You know, people are always going to find offensive
yeah.
or feel offended by whatever they don't agree with. You're always going to have it. That's just the way it is. That's the other 50%. You know, that's the conflict in everything, because we all are individuals and we are all able to think on our own and have free will. So, with that being said, you're never going to have everybody agreeing on any one thing.
Right. Well, I think that's certainly true. I mean, agreeing is never going to happen for sure, 100% across the board. But on the same aspect,
I mean, if this is the way it's going to go, let's go vanilla and have no team names. Just call them by their city, and their logo is just going to be the first initial. Maybe, you know, it's Cleveland and Chicago. Oh my God, what do we do? CL, then CH. I mean, let's boil it down and get to boring.
I think there's a lot of people that would love to see that. I hate to say that, but I mean, well, think about
level the playing field.
Look at the mascots across the board as new ones come out. They're all caricatures now. They're all
I mean,
cartoonish.
What is Skipper? Does anybody know what Skipper is?
That's my point.
Anybody? Yeah. Or whatever the Indian. What's his name? What is that thing? What is that? Their mascot thing that jumps around on top of the dugouts and stuff. What's up, Drap?
Oh, Steve, you coming in? Come on in, Steve.
Anyway, what is Skipper?
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. It's a non-gender.
No, that's not true. Well, maybe it could be, because he tends to gyrate his hips a lot.
Well,
I mean, have you ever watched that thing on the dugout? It's almost like repulsive. It's like, what is going on here?
But they try to make it gender neutral, color neutral. For the
animal neutral to begin with.
Animal neutral. I mean, and that's becoming more and more the things here that goes on. Steve, you're welcome to have a slice of pizza. This is our victory pizza from Melissa Amspaugh.
Thank you.
You know, so I mean, Jeremiah's looking up the Indians mascot. I can't remember. Yeah, what is it?
Captain's one?
No, that says. Yeah, that's Skipper.
That's Skipper.
That's Skipper.
Yeah,
the Indians have one as well. I don't remember its name. It's stupid.
It comes
Hold on.
You know, I mean, let's watch ketchup, mustard, and yellow mustard run around the dugout.
Right.
You know,
right. Because they're trying to do the whole team friendly, probably in a way family friendly.
Right. Well,
like the captains.
I'll be honest with you. You know, the Spartans, man, they were really not kind people.
You mean that thing?
Yes. What is his name?
I don't know.
Slider. It's right there. I can see it.
Oh. There you go.
Slider, Skipper, whatever. Both. What?
Or that's a better image.
Right. Yeah. What is it?
Again, gender neutral, animal neutral, whatever, non-offensive.
You know, it's like when Whammer was the mascot for the Cavs. Anybody remember Whammer, that polar bear? What did that thing have anything to do with the Cavs? Now they have Sir Charles, not Sir Charles.
The dog there.
They have Moondog, but they actually have Sir Cavalier or whatever his name is. It's actual Cavalier. You know, it makes sense.
Well, it is their name.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Cavaliers. It makes sense. I mean, Florida State has the dude who rides out on a horse with the flaming arrow and just right in the ground. I mean, like, that's awesome.
Right.
You know?
See, we're talking about the tribe getting rid of the Wahoo, and how we find it interesting that they're going to get rid of it. However, they're going to keep the marketing rights for Chief Wahoo, because heaven forbid someone else might take it, and we were essentially opposed to that, saying, "Look, you're either in, you're out," type gig, and that was kind of our stance at it so far. I think we pretty much agree on that in here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like they want to stand with one foot half in the grave. I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean,
I'm with you there.
No, I'm with you.
Professional sports are making some. They're making decisions. I don't want to say they're good. I don't want to say they're bad, but they're making decisions lately that are not in tune with the majority of their fan base.
Right.
And see, I would take that as an honor if the Indians wanted to use my picture as their new logo. That's an honor. Why not? So why?
Well,
I find you offensive.
A lot of people probably do.
Especially if you win on Sunday.
That's right. That will really find you offensive. Exactly right.
No, and I get that. And Scott had covered that, in terms of where the Indians
original
name came from and
right.
naming rights.
Yeah.
And I get Chief Wahoo is a cartoon. Some people want to call it a caricature. I guess maybe that's what a caricature is. Right. I mean, I had one drawn of me many times at Cedar Point or whatever. I don't really care.
Does your wife find that offensive?
No, actually, it's a lot of laughs. But
nobody's protesting.
nobody's protesting my caricature.
I think you should bring it in here. We'll see if we can start a protest outside of campus.
And I could be wrong. But I think Chief Wahoo, the actual logo itself, has symbolism within the logo. And I could be wrong. Jeremiah, I don't know if you got time to Google this, but maybe just a symbolism within Cleveland Indians Chief Wahoo logo. I want to say the number of teeth meant something. The number of things on the
feathers and
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I read it somewhere, and I don't know if maybe just somebody just made that stuff up.
Some stereotypes are in there as well, which is what I think the issue is.
And I get that.
Honestly,
and I get that. But if we can't laugh at ourselves, right, for our past and our history, and learn from our, because the minute you get rid of it, you repeat it.
Well, there's some truth there.
I mean, we got to be
maybe a few years, but there's some truth there for sure.
I mean,
so I'm not feel the same way about all the Confederate stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not Native American. Obviously, I'm Hungarian Italian. So
you're a mutt.
Not really. No, I'm not a mutt.
He's an American.
American.
And that's what I tout. That's what I tout myself to be. I mean, hey, what are you? I'm an American. My heritage is of this, right? And I get that. Never in a time, and I know we're kind of getting off the sports basis, right? But never in a time do I remember in a time where treat everybody the same as one, and there are no differences, but sure as hell 23andMe is raking home money because people want to find out what they are. Explain that to me.
Right.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, and that is the thing, is as much as we want to treat everyone fairly the same, and
they want to draw their battle lines.
Yeah, it's a pick. There's no question about that. And I mean, there are differences amongst people. We have 4 people in this room. We have differences. You know what I mean? Do we all treat each other hopefully professionally, respectfully, and as equal as we can? Absolutely.
When the mics are on.
But when it comes down to it, I mean, there are differences. I mean, there are things, and I think to try to make everything the same, vanilla, what have you, it's not successful in that stance.
The squeaky wheel is getting the grease.
Yep.
And there are bigger wheels out there that just let it happen.
Right.
And that's how things work. I get that. But soon there won't be enough grease to dole out.
All I know is if the Indians do ever decide to really stick to their guns and not sell the Chief Wahoo stuff, I would be happy to start a business with you, 3, and say, hey, let's make the stuff ourselves and sell it, because I bet you there is a market for that.
Oh, I'm sure the CLE clothing company is already chomping at the bit,
absolutely.
and the other ones that popped up.
Well, if you look here in 1932, that was the first.
Yep.
Right.
So you think that's like what?
And it's morphed over time. It's morphed over time.
Right. Correct.
It's morphed over time. It adopted the red, white, and blue colors that they have, so on and so forth. But the actual symbolism, I don't know. And I could be 100% wrong. I have no idea.
That's absurd going through.
But, that's something we can maybe look into a little bit more when the time constraints aren't here.
All I know is Joe Boo really helped the tribe in Major League, and he should forever be honored.
Now, there's like I said, there's been a couple concept logos bouncing around out there. Some of them are pretty cool that still pay a little bit of a homage.
Right.
But it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
You know what'll happen, and I haven't seen all the logos for sure, but I mean, if one of them is reflective of an Indian,
well, one has a feather.
Okay, so then the first response is going to be they didn't go far enough.
Right, you just couldn't give it up.
You just couldn't do it. You didn't go far enough.
Right.
I mean, you
but it's
come
never
on.
going to be far enough for everybody.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So I'm actually going to go on today and buy a couple of the 2018 on-field caps.
Yep.
Probably just one to just tuck it away, not put the brim, not put the fold into it. But
let me ask you this. It's funny you said that, because that was one of my thought process too. Could this be a ploy for the tribe to say, you know what, we're going to have a banner year selling all that stuff because everyone's going to want that final year. We'll do the other for a year or two. It'll die down. Then we'll bring the tribe back, and then we can remarket, rebrand it. And oh my God, what another!
You know what one I like? I like the one that looks like a C. It's not the normal Cleveland C.
Not the block letter.
No, not the block C. Jeremiah can probably bring it up, or I can real quick if I turn around here.
So you like the C, the cursive C?
It's almost like a Native American font, but it's just the C.
Okay.
I'm not fluent in Native American font.
Yeah, I wasn't
I
seeing
didn't realize that was a thing. By the way, you know what else is a thing?
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Is that the new Lakeland fight song?
No.
What is that?
You'll find out.
Yes, Lieutenant Steve Gagliardi, Michigan is softer than Ohio State.
So you're saying Ohio State is soft, though?
That's what I'm hearing. At least he didn't say Michigan State and get into some whole nother realm of stuff there. Is there that, speaking of programs under some fire right now, Michigan State is boy, I tell you what, they're in a world of hurt right now.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. President's resigned. I think the AD's already gone.
Yeah, now Izzo says he's going to stay. The football coach says he's going to stay. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, just a little pitch. If you put in training, free shipping, no minimum.
All right, let's see this C that you're referring to.
I didn't know Michigan State was having issues.
Oh, yes, all kinds of
sexual
harassment with players and stuff over the years. Several of them.
100-plus players have accused one of their trainers.
All different sports?
Well, yeah, it started with the most recent thing started with one of their gymnastics reps, who's a USA Gymnastics rep, and there's over 100 people who have filed against him. Oh, I see that right there. That's C. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's a cool C. Okay. I agree.
That's pretty cool.
I like that. Yep. But he's been fired. A lot of the board members of USA Gymnastics.
The governor has stepped in.
Yeah,
and opened an investigation.
But what's also has come out though is that it's been discovered that throughout the last several years that many players have had allegations against them. It's all been kind of swept under the rug, essentially.
Penn State-esque.
Not the coach,
a bigger magnitude.
Not the coach, but the players
right.
and people sweeping in there.
Well, it depends. It could go to that level.
No, it's past that. It's past that level.
It's there, man.
I think it's past that level just because of sheer numbers.
Right. They're in trouble. They're in trouble, and I think Izzo's got a chance of keeping his job because he's had so many years of greatness and respect throughout.
Yeah.
But I think their football coach is really in trouble. But Izzo could be on the fence, man.
I don't know. They might do an effective clean chop and be done with it.
Exactly. If any of them has a chance, I guess is what I'm saying. He would be the one to have a chance. But I think everyone else is gone, and in fact, he may be as well.
I mean, he doesn't have the seniority or the legend that Paterno had.
Correct.
Paterno, you saw that. You saw that demise.
Yeah.
They won't even have a statue of the guy on the property anymore.
Right. Right.
If any statue should have been taken out, it should have been that one.
Yeah. So that's that whole thing. Well, my understanding too is the prosecutor for that area. Mm-hmm. Has recently retired or moved on as well, so they have a new person that's come in, and so as a result, that's also
there's a lot of cleansing going on.
Stuff coming up from that area, and so it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens legally, but then it'll be interesting to see what happens to the program as a whole. I mean, they hammered Penn State, and I can't see it being any less.
I'll be honest with you, though. I mean, Penn State bounced back like you wouldn't know. I mean, they really did.
How many years later?
That took,
3, 4?
5?
That's not long, though.
I
don't think that's long.
Yeah, it's not in the big picture. It's not.
Well, it's a whole recruiting class.
Correct.
I get that.
Correct.
But it didn't take them long to bounce back.
Right. In the overall picture, you're correct.
And that's just football.
Correct.
But that just depends on one thing. If they get that right coach and all that.
Well,
I mean, every coach you hire hopes is the right coach. I mean, you don't want to really hire a guy who's not going to do anything for you.
All that. So
no, but what I'm saying is
you can rebound.
That was
fairly
one
quickly.
Sport within the organization.
Correct. We're talking about across the board.
Across the board.
Right.
Right.
So this
regardless,
is this part of the Me Too thing?
No, the allegations have been out for a while.
Yeah.
I think it. a couple months ago it came out.
Yeah,
but
and with the gymnastics it came out. But I think more recently, within the last few weeks, it's really grown.
Got momentum,
more, and now we're getting more and more reports and stuff. And so,
well, the problem is it was systemic at admin levels.
Right.
And the governor in Michigan opened it up an investigation into the obviously state-funded school.
Right.
Yeah.
And found that the president just resigned, the AD just resigned. So it's the dominoes are not done falling yet.
Oh, absolutely not.
And the worst thing is they're not safe, even though that they resigned.
No, it shows they're falling on the institutional sword.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's what it is. And it has to be done.
Yeah, so it's that whole scenario though is crazy. That'll be going on for months,
right?
That'll be going on for months. So, but again, I am curious to see what the NCAA does. They've kind of already set the bar with Penn State,
right?
Yeah, for them not to step in and do something significantly, how do you do that? And I don't think they have a choice now, but to step in and get involved and really be.
Their issue is they're going to have their
right.
own investigation. Then plus they'll probably grab whatever off the other investigation.
Oh, absolutely.
So
definitely not good for the Big Ten.
No, it's not. This will hurt a little bit, but yeah. So Michigan State, not the place to be right now, I would say.
Michigan State, University of Michigan is the place to be. Silence. Not the stepbrother up north.
All right, let's get back to football for a minute. There, a huge trade. Alex Smith goes to.
I don't know.
No.
Come on. I don't know. I don't watch football.
The Redskins.
Barely even going to watch the Super Bowl.
To the Redskins.
Okay.
All right. Alex Smith goes to Redskins from KC, and that's important because.
So he's a chief now. Back to a little Indian.
but the reason why that's funny.
Sorry,
that was good. That was really good.
I had to.
That was really good. Can he complete the trifecta?
Yeah, maybe find himself in DC.
So the question though becomes now is Kirk Cousins. They released Kirk Cousins.
He's been a flop.
Well, they chose not to go with him because he was going to command such a huge salary.
Right.
Because they're going to put the tag on him again once a year. And so
by the way, there's metal there.
There is metal. We had a physical injury in here. Do we need to call a nurse or what?
No, I'm good.
Okay, very good. He's a dodgeball player. He can handle it. He can handle it. Sound effects.
You can break his finger.
I've been working on my drums.
But so Kirk Cousins now being available.
Yeah.
So does this matter to the Browns? I guess is the question.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, flush it. Is this the time to flush?
Just stop this. It's like anybody who might have a Q or a B anywhere in their positional lineup. Scott brings up, what about the Browns?
Well, I got
what
to.
about
Come
the Browns?
on.
But he's the one that goes and says, what was it? Six or 5 games.
They could be a defensive back, and you'd be like, "Hey, man, they're back in the name. What do you think? Pick him as a quarterback."
Yeah, 5-6 games.
Cousins is a flop, though.
I still stand by.
I'm not a fan.
I still stand by Tyrod Taylor. That's who they should get.
I think he's solid. I think he's solid. But does he turn into the next the same dude? RG3. I mean, RG3 I thought was a great pickup for the Browns. I really did.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't see. I don't like him.
Before the
no. Even after,
You got him when he first you drafted him.
Even after, even after he was still a good pickup, right? He had a lot of weapons in this and that. I'm like,
did.
no, this is great.
He got hurt.
He might not be the answer, but he's a good middle
He
guy.
didn't have
Right.
all the weapons.
Well, you find that after he plays. I mean, you're going.
No, you said all the weapons. We don't got all the weapons.
I think
he himself personally.
Tyrod
Browns
Taylor-
never have any weapons.
Tyrod had success.
I mean, look
with
at Mark
Buffalo. With
look at
limited
Gordon. He had a
things.
great year this year. He came back. Thank God. Great.
Next year is his year.
Who?
Gordon.
Oh, okay. That's
next
yeah,
year.
Sure.
There's next year.
I'm just saying that RG3 was not a bad pickup at that time.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, well, let's be honest. Who else were they going to get? And they're trying to bridge a gap to allow Kaiser or whomever.
Right. Kaiser's not the answer either.
But to give him to develop. You know what I'm saying? And
well, they messed that up.
That's right. It couldn't happen. So I mean, there's only so much you can do as well. You need some breaks and stuff. You got to stay healthy.
They just need to sell the team and move. It's like a forest fire. Just put it on fire, and let it grow a new one.
Well,
more lush.
Is Portland? Portland
didn't work.
Portland's looking for a team. Is
maybe
that
longer than a 5-year hiatus. Sell the team. Get out.
Well, there are some that are calling for Haslam to sell the team, so you never know what's going to happen with that. But
well, the other thing is you still had an investigation on him.
Yeah, there's a lot of
the
stuff
investigation that won't go away.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a police question for you. Now, in Philadelphia, one of their traditions is they like to climb light poles, and telephone poles, stuff after football wins. So last weekend, the cops, many of the police officers,
grease the poles?
They greased the poles with Crisco, so it made it much more difficult for them to do that. Now, it wasn't 100% effective. And the reports that I'm reading are that they're going to, in case of a Super Bowl victory, they're going to use something else to make it so it's more difficult for the fans to climb the poles in Philly. So I was hoping maybe you could shed some light or had some.
I couldn't tell you what they could be using. Tell you the truth. I mean,
well, to be honest, and that didn't keep that one dude in the subway that crashed into that pillar from doing it.
You
didn't see that?
I did not see that. Tell us, yeah.
Subway train starts going that, and he's running late that. He's gunning to try to get to it that. In, big giant, pillar like that big and that. Oh, that took him out.
What's this have to do with the Super Bowl?
That was after the win last week.
Oh, Philly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
he's trying.
So he wasn't paying attention to where he was running.
No, he's sitting there. He's running that he starts gunning to that and just runs like straight into that pillar.
I did not see that.
I'm surprised. I guess he still is alive because he fell
like hit it that hard.
Well, he fell towards the train.
Did he get run over?
No,
I don't know. He's fine.
So his chance, unless he got electrocuted.
I couldn't find
that wrong rail, So, all right. So
many
that's
comments
it
for that one.
All right, so let's flip to the NHL real quick. Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah.
He signed a 1-year contract with Calgary this year. Well, his play has not been up to par. I mean, he's 45. You know what I mean?
I know.
So he got shipped down to his hometown team in the Czech Republic, and so I guess my question is there ever a time when someone has to tell you, you know what, it's really enough?
Yeah, it's probably the same guy who should have told Michael Jordan that.
Tom Brady.
No.
Oh, you mean 80% completion?
No. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's done nothing but climb the apex, man.
Go ahead. I'm waiting to hear some statistics of why he's not at the top. Tom Brady, that'd be.
No, I have nothing. I just don't like him. You know that.
Gotta love it.
I think all the Eagles fans, when they lose Sunday night, they should just go out and watch the movie with Marky Mark where he gets on, the walk on. True story about I think it was a tight end for the Eagles.
Oh, the football player.
Yeah. Come on.
Yes.
They didn't but to lift themselves back up and feel good about themselves, they should go watch that movie.
Yeah, he actually went up. He was on special teams, I think.
Yeah. No, he eventually played D-back.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
This movie. What is it?
I don't know. Marky Mark played him.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of that?
Outstanding.
That's a pretty big poll.
Anyway, Google it. Marky Mark, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, and I just call him Marky.
It's a good movie.
Dating yourself there.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good movie. It is a good movie. I can't remember the name of it, but I have seen it.
Yeah.
I have seen
it's
it.
pretty good. Movie. It's up there with Rockstar.
Yeah. Islanders, they're going to be playing half their games back at Nassau Coliseum next year, so good for them. They're building a new stadium. They're playing in Brooklyn right now, and Nassau feels that they should be the Islanders. I don't know if this matters at all or not, but for the next couple of years, they're going to play half their games there, so good luck to them.
Yeah.
Go for there. Your Lakers in the news. Lady Lakers ran into a 2-game skid where they've had some tough couple ones. What they lost to team ranked 6th in the country right now and a team ranked 11th in the country right now. They played them back-to-back and were unsuccessful.
If you want me to, we can all come down and have like a pep talk, get them back into the ranking.
Well, I don't think I'll get them back in the ranking, but certainly we'd love to have you. Saturday, their next home game is this Saturday.
Okay.
Women play at 1, the men play at 3, so it'll be an outstanding opportunity to come down. We play Hocking Community College. So come on down, check us out.
You'll take them.
We the men, on the other hand, their game against Owens, double overtime loss.
That was a heartbreaker. I saw that on Facebook.
Oh man, that was tough. I was there. The 6-point lead with less than 2 minutes to go, and that has been the story most of the year. They just haven't been able to hold that lead and gave it up. But went to double overtime and went. However, They bounced back against Sinclair at Sinclair and won in overtime in their last game.
Nice.
And this was after Sinclair hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer in regulation to tie it. They still come back and took care of business in overtime. So we want to congratulate them. Again, both teams back in action this Saturday. Free. Come out and check them out.
Very cool.
And,
very cool.
I want to do that.
I got an announcement to make.
Yeah.
Today at noon.
Today
it's in T129, so it is a little bit of a
T-building,
hike.
yes.
T129, we're having our coffee with the cops.
What's it about today?
Well, actually, this is just a general meet and greet.
Okay.
You guys
Yep.
know we have a couple new, about 3 new people on the force
Right.
since last spring till now.
Correct.
And it's just no talk. Just come on down, pour yourself a cup of coffee and have some refreshments, get to know the officers.
I've had the opportunity
It's
to meet
more
all
of an-
3 of them.
yeah, it's an
very
impromptu.
nice people. Yeah, very nice
Yeah.
people. I think they get it. They're going to be good additions to Lakeland. We're excited to have them on board. Welcome. So, yeah. T129 at noon.
At noon.
All right, that's awesome. Go out and check that out. That'd be great. I got to do a special shout-out to Stevenson University, where my daughter's playing. As many of you know, they are unbeaten in their last 8 games, going 6-0-2.
Very good,
They're
very
playing
good.
very well. I got to see them play Utica this past weekend. Utica was huge.
Right.
They had 3 girls that are 6 foot. A couple girls that were 5'11", and they were just huge and physical. But we got a win, got a tie in that last one, and so they're going off to them. So wish them luck as they continue on. Lebanon Valley this weekend.
I wanted to. I know I brought it up in the past. My niece finally committed.
Okay.
She got recruited for field hockey and is going to be going to Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
Yeah.
All right. You're good with Western Michigan?
Yeah. Mom and Dad are both Michigan alums, so it's kind of one of I left it up to her,
Right.
But I know at one time she was being recruited by Syracuse.
Okay.
They invited the fam out that way, but
Yep.
she just didn't want to leave the state. A lot of friends, some other similar friends, going to different programs at Western
good.
Michigan. So she wants to go there. So hopefully, I think one of their games are at Kent. So
awesome. Good chance to maybe see her.
So yeah,
and
at least
stuff.
she's going to a MAC school because it's
Right.
not easy for me to always jaunt up to Michigan. So
Right.
45-minute drive from either Kent or even Akron for that matter. So
Right. Well,
looking
that's
forward to
awesome. Well,
that.
congratulations to
Yeah.
her. Field hockey, you have to keep
Field
us
hockey,
updated
yep.
how that's going, and hopefully they continue well. Speaking with local people here, Evan Bush is still playing for the Montreal Impact. Evan is the son of HR Director, VP Kathy Bush, and Evan's preseason starts next week. I think the 10th is their first preseason game. So, but he's back for another year as a professional soccer goalie. So that's an outstanding achievement for him. So wish them well as they move forward as well. So that's awesome.
That's cool.
So, anybody have anything else for the good of the order? Because I know we got to wrap
No,
this
that's
up here
it.
pretty quick.
Oh, we got people playing down in Breakers and that during the lunch hour.
Oh, so who's playing? What's going on? Let's bring that.
So
up.
here and there we get different local artists and that
Okay.
they're going to be coming in during the semester and that playing downstairs.
And is today the first time doing that?
Michael McFarland and Bobby Vaughn.
And that's at noon today.
Noon.
No, 11:30.
11:30. So 11:30?
12:30 is the other guy.
Okay, so
So,
11:30 and 12:30
So
down at
11:30
Breakers.
to 1:30, you'll have live entertainment.
All
Live
right.
music with
Come on
lunch.
down to Breakers, man.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Very
Go down
cool.
and have some great pizza from Breakers, which Steve, you and I will be having next week.
Yes.
Nice Breakers pizza.
We'll
Be
each be having
outstanding.
like a full
A full
pizza
pizza.
pie.
I think you guys had that backwards.
All
No,
I know is
no, I'm
I don't
pretty-
think
I'm
I'll be.
pretty confident.
I don't think I'll be able to share next week either. I think they'll have to sit
gonna-
and actually watch. I don't know if I can share that.
I'm going to
one.
call mine the Tom Brady Patriot Pizza.
That's an outstanding. Mine will
Well,
be the
everyone
Gronk.
knows one thing. Everyone knows one thing, though. Why you
that?
can go to Michigan. The Pitted Misery diddly.
I'm not sure about that
I
one.
think it went
You
over my
were-
head.
Wow, you missed that commercial. God.
5-7,
did.
it's easy though.
Is that that Budweiser dilly? Okay, I think you're the last person. That was a fade and the fizzle at about 3 weeks, which was about a month and a half ago, and you're still keeping it alive. Good for you.
So moving on, did you plug our staff basketball game today?
I did. 1 o'clock. 1
Awesome.
o'clock. Staff hoops. Come on down there. Come on down. Watch Steve
I don't remember
Starr.
the staff hoops invite, Steve.
You're invited right now.
I can't,
Right
man.
now.
I gotta.
Well, next Wednesday.
Coffee with the cops.
Every Wednesday, 1 o'clock.
Oh no!
Oh, it's after that.
Oh no!
I'll
no,
be
no.
down there too.
You're talking about your exercise league.
No. We're semi-professional.
You guys are semi-ballers.
That's right.
Semi-professional?
It's called
Semi.
LeVar.
There might be a
get
scout
That means
there.
we're
Where's
almost,
the contract?
we're almost professional.
Get
Where's the
LeVar on the line.
contract?
No, it's semi.
They
It's like the Lake Erie
leagues.
Crushers.
They have contracts.
All right, so we want to wish luck to the faculty, staff, hoops today, which hopefully they have a
Good
great
luck,
game.
guys.
No one gets hurt and has a
Right.
great day.
We'll have a walker and about 10 to 15
That's right.
ice packets ready to go.
Good luck to Western Michigan, and as now we have someone to root for up there in the future. Good luck to our Stevenson Mustangs. Chippewas. You got to like that. Good luck to the Lakers this weekend, and come on down again noontime today or 11:30 today to listen to some music down here and enjoy some great Breakers Pizza and some awesome music set up by Jeremiah and Lake Effect Radio. All right.
You guys have a good week.
Go Lakers.
Go.
Patriots.